Excuse me. Hello, and welcome to Momentum Lifestyle Network. I'm Erica Airy, and I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you today. I have a really good friend that is a nurse, and she mentioned something to me the other day about having COVID fatigue. And I had not really heard that term or thought about that. I am a nurse by, in my past, but I'm not working in the healthcare field right now. So I'm sure there's a lot of people in healthcare that are familiar with the term COVID fatigue. Um, but it really got me to thinking. And the thing is, I think we all have it to some degree, whether we're working in healthcare or not. I know I do. But I don't want to focus on that. One of the things that I really want to emphasize is what we focus on is what we get. And if we're focusing on the fatigue, we get more fatigue. So I really want to focus on what can we do about it. We're in the throes of it and it's not going away. We're just sick of it. So what can we do about it? So I was journaling a little bit and I had a few thoughts and I just want to share those with you. Um, one of the things is, we need to make sure we take extra time for ourselves. We need to take extra care of ourselves. And we don't do that, especially all of my friends and family that work in healthcare and teachers and, caregivers, anyone that's a caregiver, whether it's at home or at work, we tend to forget to take care of ourselves. And we can't give what we don't have. If we're exhausted and our cup is empty, we can't help anyone and we want to help others. So take a little extra time for a few self-care things. When I was journaling, trying to figure out, what are some self-care things? I've never been a fan of someone telling me, take a bubble bath. I'm like, I roll my eyes kind of. And so, you have to find what speaks to you. I'm going to give you a few things that might spark some interest. But the real message is do what works for you. There's something. So, a couple of things. I love saying to myself whenever I'm spiraling in negative thoughts, well, isn't that interesting? It kind of stops the thought process and it makes you kind of go, well, okay, yeah. Or when something bad is happening or someone's, you know, ranting or whatever, you can just kind of, well, isn't that interesting? Um, I wrote down bubble bath. As I said, I usually roll my eyes when someone tells me to go take a bubble bath, although I do it and I enjoy it. Listen to your favorite song on repeat. I like to have a song and then play it on repeat. So it just, something that's very soothing or speaks to you or energizes you. Watch a happy show. Find something good on TV that makes you smile or laugh. And, or watch a sad show. Sometimes we need to watch something sad so we can just have a really good cry. And, crying can be very cathartic. And sometimes we got so much going on around us that we don't stop a minute to feel our emotions and even cry and get it out. Speaking mostly to the women here, but there are a few men that would appreciate a good cry at a good sad movie. I think I remember there was one movie, I can't think of the name of it now, but as we were leaving the theater, men and women alike were crying, and it's not just for women to cry. Um, Call a friend and check on them. Get out of feeling sorry for yourself and make it about someone else. I think that helps us forget about our own problems, and when we're serving others, it fills our cup up. Stop and look around you and notice something that's always been there that you've missed. I've realized the other day that we drive down the same road every day, and there's things I never see, like a shrub planted around the base of a tree. I noticed that the other day. I've driven down that road hundreds of times, if not thousands of times, and never noticed it. And it was interesting to kind of get out of my head for a minute and my own self-pity and observe something around me. Keep a gratitude journal. Again, this one is something people always say, and it gets kind of old. But it's very beneficial if you can write down some things you're grateful for. And it doesn't have to be formal. You don't have to keep a journal. Get a sticky note and write down a few things you're thankful for is, once a day. Even if you're thankful for one thing a day, it helps. Read something meaningful to you. And when I say that, I personally read a lot of personal growth and development books. Uh, but sometimes a good fiction book can kind of help us get lost and we can go visit someplace far away without ever leaving the house. And, you know, I just, and I want to wrap up with one last thought of try something new, try a new recipe, um, try anything that's out of your normal routine to shake things up. I think that's part of what's got us having so much fatigue is it's getting monotonous and we're getting exhausted with all of the same old, same old. So shake it up a little bit. Rearrange your bedroom or the living room. Um, put your pants on the other leg. If you always do it right leg first, try left leg first. Anything different. Shake it up a little bit. So anyway, I think that's about all I've got to say about that. I do want to end with a couple of thoughts of this too will pass. This too shall pass. It really will. And, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes, or even a lot of the time, we will get through this and it'll be memories that we'll have, and maybe we'll find some silver linings as we get along. But I just want to tell you, you've got this, and we can all survive this COVID fatigue if we just take a little care of ourselves and take care of each other. So I just want to say, if you know someone that's experiencing COVID fatigue and you think this might help them, please share this video with them and take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.